Yo, what is up guys? Lugo back again, this time with Rainbow Six Siege upcoming patch notes. Let's get it. So the first thing we have here is, in the latest edition of designer notes, we'll get into more detail about the upcoming balancing changes that will come with the 4.3 patch and give you an insight into the reasons behind these changes. Up on the screen is the win delta versus presence chart. To summarize, this chart shows how often an operator is picked and how often that operator wins if it is picked. Top right shows operators who are overpicked and too strong, bottom right shows operators who are overpicked but too weak, and top left shows operators who are underpicked and too strong, while the bottom left shows operators who are underpicked and too weak. Now this chart's results are based off of Year 4, Season 4, ranked matches for Platinums and above on PC. Now I'm not going to go over the whole chart just because it would take too long to summarize every operator's results. However, you can pause the video right now to go over the chart yourself, this chart being attackers and this being defenders. Next we have the ban rate for top 10 attacking operators. Again, this is based on results from ranked matches for Platinums and above on PC. Right off you can see the top banned operator is Jackal. That really isn't a surprise. Jackal has a very aggressive ability that essentially makes roamers invaluable. You guys can pause now to see all the other operators listed. Next is defenders chart for top 10 banned operators. Right off, soaring past anyone else is Mira and Echo. I'm sure you guys can guess why. Mira has an ability that makes it very difficult for attackers to choke a position of the map, and Echo's yokai drone makes it incredibly annoying to get anywhere near the objective without feeling like someone is shoving it up your ear. Fair enough. Getting into the upcoming changes, we have aim down sights getting an increase in time to complete. ADS time increase for all weapon classes, assault rifles from 0.30 seconds to 0.40 seconds, DMRs 0.30 to 0.40, SMGs 0.20 to 0.30, LMGs 0.40 to 0.45, pistols 0.10 to 0.20, SMGs in secondary slots 0.10 up to 0.275, shotguns 0.20 up to 0.25. Now this isn't a huge difference, but every second does count in every situation. Here's a quote from Ubisoft on the matter. In Ember Rise, there was an overhaul of the animations which caused ADS time to decrease across the board for all weapons. This change will make ADS speeds similar to what they were pre-Ember Rise, as well as align ADS times for all weapons in each of their respective classes. I'm not going to go over how it affects Blackbeard, as you can tell it's not really going to make a difference, it's just going to be applying all the previous debuffs and buffs when he has his shield equipped. For example, in Case 1, Angle Grip equipped, ADS time will be 60% of the base time. Case 2, Shield equipped, ADS time will be 200% of the base time. In Case 3, Angle Gripped and Shield equipped, ADS time will a combination of the two previous buffs, 160% of the base time. Next we have Echo getting a slight debuff, not really, it depends how you look at it. So now, Dakubi can hack the yokai drone and use it to view the camera in that place. However, Dakubi will not be able to control the yokai drone in case of using the Sonic Boom ability. Next we got Ella getting a slight buff with reduced recoil on her Scorpion Evo 3 for the first 16 shots only. Any shots after that will continue to be the same recoil as it is right now. Finka getting increased of her spear point 308, going from 38 to 42. That's a pretty significant increase, and I'm curious to see how it turns out on live. Also, we got Toxic Jaeger getting a pretty hard nerf here. He's getting a nerf on his carbine, going from 43 damage to 38. Not that it will make much of a difference, I'm sure we'll still see him running around the map. Next we got Maestro getting his ACOG removed from his Alda LMG. Now, that's going to be a really tough nerf for him because I'm sure anyone that uses Maestro knows that the ACOG is the way to go. But we'll just have to see how it turns out. Next we got an increase on Knock and Smoke's FMG9, going from 30 up to 34. Here we have a noticeable change on Ying's Candelas. Now we'll have an outline when thrown that will only be visible to her, it will also have an additional flash pellet, and it will get a reduced time to detonate from 1 second when thrown to 0.3 seconds. I think this buff alone will increase her pace, but I'm not sure. I feel like this wasn't really necessary, I guess I don't play her enough to understand. To end it off there, they essentially talk about how Lesion is an overpowered operator and how they're looking into changing him. I, for one, am happy about that, because he is definitely an operator you hate to see. That's going to end it there. If you guys watched through the whole video, thank you. If not, I hope Jaeger sneaks up on you while guarding blue stairs. For all things Rainbow Six Siege and more, be sure to be subscribed here on Jumpshot Gaming. Peace.